Hello. Hey, I wanted to tell you about an experience I had. I was in a seminar for self-help, like alternate health, which I've been in for a very long time. And this person I really respect in the way that they treat the getting yourself healthy in whatever way, or keeping yourself healthy. All right. The alternate way. So I was there and I found that it wasn't what I expected in so many ways. I was really taken aback. In fact, the energy was so filled with fear. I mean, a room full of fear. And everything and everyone was the enemy. Doctors were the enemy. The food industry is the enemy. Well, do I think that there's a place for Western medicine, and there's a place for helping yourself with herbs and wonderful things that have been put on this earth for us. That's only my opinion, not yours. I don't know yours. It's okay. But to form an enemy out of everything, I mean, absolutely everything was an enemy. The government's the enemy. The people who don't believe are an enemy. Everything. And there was this underlying fear. And it was sapping me. It was taking my energy. I had to leave, then come back, then leave, then come back. Because I wanted the information, but I didn't need this. And I started thinking, is this what people want? Why? Why do we want to be so fearful? And then I got on TikTok and I'm looking last week and everything's about the 8th and how doomsday. Well, I went into my guides, guys, and I have to say, will there be a problem? Probably. But is it going to be detrimental where we all die, or whether we all just can't survive? Or no. That was a resounding, firm no. It is a time where maybe we have to rethink things a little, maybe become a little more independent. But these people, the place where I was at, they are like freaking out because of the 8th. I mean, freaking out. And they want to get a community of walkie-talkies and they're saying, you better watch out. This is going to be big. I just see all these times when we have so many of this alarming things. Now, maybe it will be big. Maybe we're going to have an electrical grid problem. So you lose the internet for a little while. Would I be upset? Not really. I do like my movies, but other than that, no. What I feel like, I don't know. I don't think I would be one who would be going crazy. I know I have faith in people. And if they don't let the fear eat them alive, then gathering together with people will always make it through. We will always make it through. It's really, I think we've got to stop thinking everybody's the enemy. And it's not only the 8th, the election too. Each side thinks everybody's going to attack them. I think, we might have a problem. If you keep thinking that way, we definitely will. I don't know what makes us always so fearful. Sure, you can say, oh yeah, the alarmist on TikTok. And yeah, that's kind of ridiculous also. Or on other social media. I'm not just saying TikTok. But I really do think that on some level, I hate to say it, I think we like the drama. And I think we are addicted to the drama. And it's time to go through withdrawal. Because I think we have to see that we are strong. We are strong human beings. And we can survive, definitely, the electrical grid. But if something worse happened, we could still survive. And if we aren't meant to survive, so be it. Nothing you do is going to make it happen. I don't care how many bunkers you build in this world. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. we really have to start living our lives today, withdrawing from the fear and making every minute wonderful, really wonderful, and helping those who are manifesting this disaster. Because I don't want the disaster, and I don't want anybody manifesting it. It's really time for those of us who don't feel that and lead with our hearts to open up and spread this love. You know, when I was there, I could have sat there and argued up to wazoo. You know, that's an old word, isn't it? I could have been that person who said, are you crazy? You're all conspiracy theorists. But the thing is, number one, I couldn't believe how many people were really thinking that way. And I really couldn't understand what they were so scared of. I really think if we live our lives, and I couldn't believe everybody is the freaking enemy. That's what got me the most. It's funny, when you're in that fear, somebody has to be the enemy. You got to make it dramatic, right? Everybody is the enemy. Put down the enemies. We're all just trying to survive. Nobody really wants a war. Nobody really wants a disaster. And I've always found in any sort of disaster I have lived through, and I have seen some real disasters, people pull together. They don't want to separate anymore. They pull together. So I would say, if you are feeling like you are feeling that everything's going to be a disaster and April 8th is going to just destroy the world, we might have some problems. I'll tell you one thing, this time right now, we are in a big, giant change for all of us. And that is within ourselves, not with everything outside. But I'm sure some things will happen outside, especially if people don't want to look inside themselves. Because this is a time when we are supposed to be getting out of the fear and ascending into believing in ourselves, in the divine, in knowing that we create. So when we are all not, then we manifest the worst. So right now we're in an Aries retrograde, right? Which is so funny because Aries is always pushing forward, and here we have a retrograde on top of it. I don't know, with my sign, you know, the Gemini, I'm like, oh my God, where do I go, right? I want to go forward, but I'm held back. I want to go forward, but I'm held back. Yeah, that's fun. It's a time of introspection, and I've decided to stop and really take a look at whatever I feel may be holding me back in an area, maybe get my yard in order, you know, that kind of thing. Get myself thinking of what is the best way for me to grow. And I think that's what everybody is kind of looking at. And isn't that a little more important than putting out the alarms everywhere and putting this bubble of incredible problems and disasters around us and just letting it buzz in our heads? And oh my God, I mean, you could create horrid things in your head. Why do it? Why? You know? I don't know. Here the birds are singing. My dogs and I have really survived a winter with the coldest temperatures without any heat, and we learned how. And it was okay. It was okay. We did it. I'm getting my gardens together. I'm going to have my food, right? You can do the things you're going to do, but you don't have to do it with fear. You can become very self-sufficient if you really think something's going to happen without fear. At the worst, you're going to save money on groceries, right? I mean, at the best, right? If the worst doesn't happen, that's what I mean. So chill out. Watch some funny movies. Get your head really thinking, am I thinking the worst? Am I allowing every freaking drama feed my emotions? Because that's what it's supposed to do. Stop it. And do me a favor, especially if you are one that is already on this journey of ascending, put your hand on your heart, do a meditation, and ask, just ask that this love in me grows and grows and grows, and see it growing, and allow it to just fill your area of the world. And if you feel stronger, allow it to fill all the areas of the world. Have it fill the world. But if you just start with right around you, and you feel this love just penetrating everything and everyone, will they feel it? You'd be surprised. And that little bit of love is so important. Even if they feel a little bit, you might just put a question in their mind. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, guys, if you want to learn more about what I do, you can check it out at ElenaChapman.com. But until that time, you know, just ask, do I really need to be amping out so? And am I strong enough to be able to do things, even if everything is not perfect? Right? I bet you could. I bet you could. I have faith in you. Love you all. Namaste.